Well, she may not be who you'd expect to see on the sidelines of a college football practice, but Sister Lisa Maurer is a fixture at the College of St. Scholastica in Duluth, Minnesota. She's been an assistant coach with the team since 2015 after the athletic staff took notice of her special interest in the sport.
Sister Lisa joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
So are you contributing to strategy, or are you more of a relationship person?
I'm a little bit more of a relationship person. At the beginning, I was involved a little bit more intimately with kickers and punters, but my duties at the monastery have increased that now I'm just there at practice, games, giving them love, and trying to energize the team and being there for the guys.
But do you have you must have some knowledge and passion about the sport of football to begin with before it transitioned into the other.
Most definitely. I grew up around football. My dad was a coach. I myself never played football, never coached football before, but I coached volleyball, basketball, softball, and golf. And the transition to football actually came fairly easily for me.
Is there any hesitancy among young men wanting to talk about their feelings with the clergy when they're supposed to be playing football? Is that a challenge for you?
You know, it actually is pretty seamless because, I've learned that on the football field, you can talk about most anything and you can get really real with the kids pretty fast when it comes to life and connection to football. It's a great platform to talk to the kids about.
You know, you say that sports and religion go really well together, and you say there's many examples of athletes in the Bible. Can you give us one that we might have forgotten about? That's interesting.
Exactly. Well, Paul talks about running the race. He talks about his, and we always say we practice our faith, we practice football. So, Paul really talks about running the race and competing well for Christ. And so there's a great connection there.
What is the biggest question or concern that these players have when they're talking to you?
There's a lot of concerns about family, things they're dealing with in their own families, thinking about their future and how they're going to be and what they're going to be as they, conclude their college career and what's life going to be like for them and how can they use their talents to the best of their ability.
So is this a whole staff of nuns that are coaching and well-versed in sports?
The sisters are pretty involved in sports. They watched the Vikings game yesterday, and there's a lot of baseball fans. So sports is a pretty big thing around here.
Yeah, we're thrilled for your Vikings.
Is there one piece of advice that you're telling these kids more than not, where they're really surprised that they find really helpful?
I think it's about that they can give glory to God by playing football. Like I always talk to them about how they are so blessed that God is allowing them to use the game of football to grow into who and how God is dreaming them to be, that football is part of their path and becoming the man that they're supposed to be in their life.
Well, you can check out more at csssaints.com, or you can follow them on social media. Sister Lisa Maurer, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.